Hi friends, Ray from Honeytop Bees. I want to show you some of the things I'm getting ready here for spring beekeeping season. Last couple of years I have either used for my mating nukes, 2-frame mating nukes, 3-frame mating nukes that I had made. Basically, if you're not familiar with that, it's just smaller than a 5-frame nuke just for the purposes of mating. Typically you'll put 1 frame of resources like brood and honey in there, and then an empty frame for them to work on along with a queen cell. Let her hatch, mate, come back, and establish a little mini nuke there for mating your queens. Or I've used those very inexpensive styrofoam mating nuke boxes. Are you familiar with those? They're cheap. They're, I don't know, $10 or something like that. Most of them come from overseas and pretty often used as just a little mini mating nuke. But this year I'm printing my own mini mating nukes. I've been working on just whenever my printer is not busy, running and making another one. So I wanted to show you the model that I chose and printed and some of the features for it. So, I saved a little queen bee from one of my dead outs here on top of this cover to show my students for my beekeeping class that I have. So I'm going to leave her right there. But there's a couple things I really like about this mating nuke model, and hopefully it'll end up working out good for me. First of all, it comes with frames that already have some plastic foundation inside of them. Sometimes getting your bees to draw out on either plain wax or just draw out naturally with no foundation. I've had a problem with that in the past, so these have that foundation on them, so I think that can really be helpful. You can see it better on, you can see a little bit better on these. I am waxing them pretty heavily too so that the bees will take to them. But a couple of things that I like in the cheap styrofoam ones, typically you have 4 frames in the front and then a little well here in the back, which is for the sugar water. And I have had so many bees drowned in that, and it's for me to access that sugar water, I have to always take this nuke apart, which is something that I don't really want to do during that mating process, and I want to leave it as stable as possible. So what I like about this particular model is a couple of things. First of all, I've got 5 mini frames on the bottom. Optionally, I can have a second story of frames in here as well that I can add. But my favorite part is this. This is the sugar water feeder that goes on top. So you can see the bees can access it here from the bottom, come up through, and then crawl over this lip that you see right here in order to access the sugar water. My favorite part is that it goes on top, so I don't have to disturb anything here below when my colony is just, those nurse bees are in there and that queen is in that mating process. I like to leave that alone as much as possible and just come back 20 or 30 days later and check on it. And so I can refill this sugar water here on the top without disturbing anything below. And of course, optionally, if I had a smaller number of bees in here, I can just put this down here and not use this. But if I'm not ready to sell that queen, or for some reason I want to let that expand a little bit more, I have this option of the second story. It's got a little lid here that goes on top of the sugar water. So that is very nice as well to kind of cover that up. And then my lid on top. So I'm printing a bunch of these. The print time, yeah, if you're into 3D printing at all, you know that some of these models can take a really long time to print. Print time on this one is probably total of 25 hours or so of print time. But I just run it overnight. I run a 5-hour run overnight, and then in the morning I run another one, and it takes a couple of days to get it done. It also has some legs on it that are detachable, and it also, of course, comes with this entrance reducer with wide open, restrict the queen inside, just ventilation, or a smaller entrance here to prevent robbing. So that's a nice little feature as well. So when I print these, I'm printing them in different colors. So I've got my green and yellow one, which is my favorite one, and I've got this white one, which was partially donated to me. I just added the sugar water top Oh, I can show you this here. This is basically the way the inexpensive styrofoam ones are. This well in the back. And so this is a different model. Somebody actually gave this one to me, but I found that my sugar water top fits right on top. By the way, I say this is not my model, but it was a free download of this model, but I really like this one the best. Found that fits on top, and I'll show you one more that I'm printing right now. This is my metallic blue mini mating nuke. This one's in the process of printing right now. I'm probably going to try out about 6 of these for mini mating nukes, and then for the rest of my queen cells, I will put them in the 2-frame mating nukes. I've got a bunch of 2-frame mating nukes. I've got a bunch of queen castles, which are basically 3 compartments in a deep box that are all ready to go as well. But I just want to show you what I was printing this winter. And if you're interested in it, I'll put a link in the description to where you can get this one if you have a 3D printer. But really like this a lot. And if you print it, just a little word of caution, don't print it in the PLA filament, because that is going to warp as soon as it's exposed to UV light. Use the PETG filament instead of the PLA filament, because it's UV resistant, and so these will last you a lot longer. So just a quick video today to kind of show you what I'm printing, and God bless, and I'll catch you on the next one.